viewers IAS Academy. In this video, we'll be looking at the topic FlyWay. So before talking about FlyWay, we need to know what migration is. So migration is a long journey that different bird species embarks upon, and this will involve thousands of kilometers. So why do birds embark upon such a stringent, such an adventurous journey when even some of these birds does not make it because it is hard task to complete? So in one word, shortly we can say that it's for survival. So for example, let's say during certain seasons, in one particular geographical area, the climate conditions might become not very favorable for these birds. So let's say the population, another factor would be the population might increase, and in that case, competition increases for food, for mates. It could be different reasons. And also when population increases, it might be a target for different predators too, right? So in order to avoid these situations, in order to search for much more favorable conditions, a lot of bird species migrate to different areas. So FlyWay is a geographical region within which migratory species completes all components of its annual cycle. So its annual cycle will involve different practices, like they will come together to start the migration journey. They will move, and then they will rest in some places, and some places will be favorable for breeding. So and even shedding of the feathers. So all these features, all these parts of the annual cycle will be in this route. So that geographical area, for example, you can see in this map. See, anywhere this geographical area can be called as a FlyWay. That route can be called as a FlyWay. And the migration routes often follow a north-south axis covering more than 30 countries. You can see in this map, it's following a north-south axis. There is no migratory route which is going east to west, right? North-south axis it is following. And they are seasonal in the sense that they move to milder climates. See, searching for much favorable climatic conditions, much favorable seasons. And they will move to milder climates where the climate is not very extreme at lower latitudes during the north breeding season. And the seasonal annual cycle of migratory species, migratory birds, includes breeding in the north, molting. Molting means shedding of its feathers. Staging, which means rusting. They will land in certain areas like in wetlands or coastal areas, and they will take rest there. And non-breeding in the south. Now, BirdLife International has designated migratory routes as 8 flyways in the world. Now, when we talk about BirdLife International, it's made up of different NGOs that works for the cause of conserving migratory birds. Not just migratory birds, all the birds, and also their habitat. So these are the 8 major migratory birds FlyWay. You can see in the map: Pacific Americas, Central Americas, Atlantic Americas, East Atlantic, this one here, and Black Sea Mediterranean, and East Asia, East Africa, Central Asia, and East Asia, Australia. And India will be having, India is involved in the last 3 of them, and Central Asian is the most important of all of them. And the Central Asian FlyWay has been surfaced on newspaper multiple times. So, India is an integral part of the 3 FlyWays which I have told you about, and about 370 species of migratory birds visit the Indian subcontinent, mostly the wetlands of India as staging sites. See, this is why wetlands are very important. It's ideal for these migratory birds for taking rest when they are, on the process of migration. In the process of migration. So you might have also seen the Ramsar Wetland Convention. So it is a convention that is supposed to conserve wetlands because it's an integral part when it comes to conserving biodiversity. And much more about Central Asian FlyWays. The Central Asian FlyWay covers a large continental area of Eurasia between the Arctic and Indian Oceans. You can see it's in the map that it starts from the Siberian area of Russia and it goes to India, and it will involve areas of Indian Ocean. This is just This arrow mark is just a, in order to show that the path. It will include the areas of Indian Ocean, islands here, coastal regions, wetlands in India, and it starts from the Siberian area of Russia. Okay, and the FlyWay comprises several important migration routes of water birds, most of which extend from the northernmost breeding grounds in the Russian Federation, Siberia, as I've talked, to the southernmost non-breeding wintering grounds in West and South Asia, the Maldives and the British Indian Ocean Territory. So these are the islands, Maldives, British Indian Ocean Territory. In all these islands, we can see the presence of these migratory birds. So when climatic conditions becomes not very favorable, like in Russia, Siberian area, when it becomes too cold, these birds will find this area, the South Asian areas, much more favorable for their survival. So let's talk about National Action Plan. What have our country done in order to conserve this? So in September 2018, India launched a National Action Plan to save migratory birds flying in the Central Asian Flyway. So what have they done? India is a critical stopover site to over 90% of the birds. It's a staging site. It's a site where they rest. In Central Asian Flyway includes measures to, and this National Action Plan includes measures to manage wetlands and coastal areas used by 310 species of migratory birds to support this area, to stop any kind of poaching attack on these birds. So a national action plan has been brought in by our country. So that's all about this. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and even join our Telegram channel, where you're going to get a lot of UPSC related materials. And do visit our website, where you can see the kind of course structure we provide, and you can also contact us for any kind of UPSC civil services examination guidance that you require. Thanks for watching the video.